And alrighty, Folky Dokes, we are back live once again, and we're continuing along with our playthrough of No Man's Sky. So, hey there, hi there, ho there, duders and dudettes. Welcome back, and a fine welcome to you if you're new to the broadcasts. We're happy to have you along for the ride. This will be our 667th video on the channel. Again, with the old memory issues, my plan was to just start a video real quick and cap it off, because 666, not a very fond number. But anywho, we're back at it. We did proc the next portion of the living ship quest, or procedure, however you want to word it, and it led to even more disappointment. We basically went through the same process: go up into space, pulse drive, meet up with the living ship, get some coordinates, head on down to a monolith, make a new thing, add it to the inventory, and find that you need to wait a day's worth of time until you can actually utilize the stupid thing. So, no living ship today. I'm probably, and by probably I mean very likely, will never go through the whole process of the living ship again, because this is just tedious as all hell. But this is what you gotta go through if you want to get one, so we got to do it. Anywho, in the last stream, we devised an idea of a way to get yourself some nanites on the cheap and the quick, as well as getting storage augmentations and other bits and bobs. Again, this will require that you are exalted with all the guilds, but what you can do when you're further on in the run is utilize the transporter, which we're not going to use, but you go in here, it's going to give you a list of all the space stations that you have gone to. And if you're tired of just bopping around planet to planet, system to system, just hop in here, go to each guild, and whatever space station you wind up at. And oftentimes you'll at least get one decent item. Sometimes a salvage frigate module, maybe a multi-tool expansion, maybe a storage augment for your ship. As well as free upgrades. Sometimes they will be purchasable, but they will be at a discount. Usually, often, at minus 66% of what you would pay for. So do that for a little bit, gather up a whole bunch of upgrades, and then turn around and sell them. I think in the 20 minutes that we were doing it, we were able to get somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 nanites. There's other ways to get them a lot quicker, i.e. the runaway mold farm and refiners. But if you're getting bored of doing that, you want to try something different, you can always try that out. So, we learned something. Anywho, frustration took its toll next to the living ship thing, so we took a little bit of a break, and now we get back to it. I want to say this is the fourth system we've warped to, so hopefully the next one will lead to a freighter battle. So we'll have that to add a little bit of variety. We do have a dissonant planet we have to go check out here for another sentinel ship. And we may do a couple more of those. Might do a derelict freighter run, just to spice things up. Yeah, other than that, it's basically just a run-of-the-mill stream. So let's see how it goes. I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna be this planet. Red marble thing over here. So I scanned all the other ones, and a lot of aggressive sentinels in the area, but that's not what we're looking for. You son of a bitch. We already checked out that one, the big one with the ring around it. We checked that one out. Oh, come on now. better visualization. Scanned you, scanned you, scanned those two. How many planets we got in this system? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's the last one. It's always the last place you look. Why am I not seeing it? That is a meteor. Okay, let's try from the other side. Usually moments like these I would fly in my freighter and just go scan through that, but get it in a system I want to keep it in because it's producing nitrogen for us. Would you just... Oh yeah, let me scan that one. I hate that it's so damn temperamental to scan these planets. Alright, there you go. That's not it, that's not it. Why are none of these showing me a dissonance? The galaxy, right? We're gonna see that this is a dissonant section. Yeah. Good lordy, where the hell is this planet? Is it like way away from all the other ones? I am absolutely complicit. I'd really like to hope that when we do find it, it's going to have a worthwhile ship on it for all the aggravation we're going through here. Scanned you. Scanned you. I know we definitely scanned you. I just to pique my curiosity. Scanned you. There's no one over here. I'm getting to the point where I'm just going to move on to the next system. It's absolutely aggravating me. Holy bejesus. At this point, I'm just waiting for friggin' pirates to show up, give us something to fucking do. Maybe it's this one. There you go. Yay. Persistence paid off. Until we get down on it and find out there's no ships. Would not surprise me. We gotta refill that. Okay. Let's do that while we're thinking about it.
Recharge.
It's telling me to prop the locator. For some reason I just got a feeling it's going to tell us there ain't no ships on this planet. I hope not. Son of a bitch. After all of that, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, well, we went to the space station, so we don't need to go there. No, we're doing a derelict freighter. There you go. I feel like we did something productive here. Ta-da. And since one of our lovely subscribers pointed this out to us, we'll point it out to all y'all, maybe new. Don't know this already. Well, there's actually two things I can point out to you. So, if you want to save the emergency signal scanner, what you can do, it'll always take it from your inventory, the one that you're going to be winding up wasting if you don't do this, but you can always throw it into your personal refiner. And then when you leave, take it out, and you won't lose it to access the entrance. We have plenty of them, so I'm probably, yeah, well, I mean, just to show you, I suppose I could go through the whole process. Feel free to check over here. There's usually going to be 2 capsules you can grab up. I don't know if sometimes there'll be other items. Never hurts to check. So that, what you do, take you, toss you in there. So that is what you would normally, if you did it the way the game intended, you would put that into a computer. It's going to be beyond this door. And you consume it to keep yourself in. Speaking of, Jimmy, how we doing, sir? Alright, so as we learned the last time, collect emergency supplies. Total lockdown. Access denied. External access doors have been automatically sealed. Override seal. Yes. We got a little disappointed because we still gotta wait for our living ship. We've at least made progress. We got one more new item, which would be this sperm-looking doohickey. But now we're gonna wait another 20-some-odd hours for it to mature. And I'm really hoping that's the last piece of the puzzle and we get our living ship. But if I had realized this was gonna be like a multi-day process, I probably wouldn't even bother. But yep, nope, that was what I was gonna get to next. So as our friend Jamie here pointed out to us, you can come on up to this console here, melee it a whole bunch of times, and it'll start producing somnol dust. Which, if you want to spend a good portion of time doing this, these are quite valuable. They also have an item that you can use to craft, which we've not gotten around to doing. You get about 50 of them. I think. Another thing to point out is, before you go doing these things, definitely wouldn't hurt to get your thermal protection modules up. You can have a maximum of 3, as well as this doohickey right here, to give yourself some added resistance. It's not necessary, because there are devices inside that you can turn on that will warm you back up. But instead of having to listen to your annoying exosuit yammer around at you, having those equipped will definitely help you out. Be sure to hit this box up before you walk on inside. Usually some good items. It's got some ferrite dust, some condensed carbon, sodium, and a few repair kits. I think the repair kits are guaranteed. And Thankfully, we don't have abyssal horrors on here. We just need to watch out for these things. Another thing you're going to want to have is a decent weapon on your multi-tool and a lot of bullets. Because these things will definitely fuck your day up. But again, utilize your scanner. And these little gold icons, these are the heating units. So if you don't have the same amount of protection as we do, just walk over, activate them, stand by them. That'll help you out. Do be sure to look for boxes like these, lockers, little suitcase items, because they're going to have some decent items to provide you. They are random. Sometimes you'll find tainted metal like we just did. Usually currency. Occasionally you'll get salvage frigate modules, sometimes upgrades, all RNG based, so I never really guarantee what you're going to get. These, yeah, you don't want to be standing near them, but if there are like a bunch of abyssal horrors, you can basically use that to just blow them to smithereens. We got that. I don't recall opening that, but whatever. But I do like to take my time going through every nook and cranny. So you see we just got relatticed crystals. Those are trade goods. But they do tend to hide some of these little cases throughout, so they are easy to miss. Again, this is why I like to take my time. Gather up everything, make it as worthwhile as possible. Oh, infestation warning, so there are abyssal horrors on here. Son of a bitch. Cranny. God damn, seriously? What kind of talk will get you booted off of YouTube, man? Unless, of course, it's a mechanics site that you're dealing with, and that would mean transmission. The applicable use of the word tranny. Yeah, defend this. It's all good. Alright. So I don't know why we got a warning for abyssal horrors. But yeah, so turn those on, stand by them, they'll get your hazard protection right back up to snuff. They won't refill the percentile ones, but if those have depleted themselves, you can utilize that to get your hazard protection back up. And then definitely hit up these logs. They're good for a couple of nanites. Sometimes you'll get an item from them. Like so. Security credentials. SB Hamano 3. Cool. And those, along with the captain's log and one of the other things that you're going to want to pick up, will be sold to either the guild or the scrap dealer that you'll find on any space station that you go to afterwards. First freighter for the day. Definitely would recommend selling the stuff to the scrap vendor. He will give you more tainted metal. Whereas the guild envoy, I think, just gives you units. You don't have to be as thorough as I'm being here, but like I said, I like to get every little bip and bob I can when I come on these things. Ah, there's the abyssal horrors. Right, so these things can be quite the pain in the ass. You don't want to shoot them, but if you're nearby them when they're doing their thing, and you move quickly, it'll make them explode, and then you're going to have to deal with little creatures. They can overwhelm you. Like in a room such as this. These things you can shoot. They're going to give you a living slime, which again you can throw into your personal processor or refine, or the refiners back at your bases. They'll turn into runaway mold, which will then be refined into nanites. I'm probably just gonna trash them once we get done in here. But if you're early on and your nanite count is low, definitely worthwhile to utilize that. Another thing to take into account, you're going to want to have a lot of inventory space available when you do come on here, because you're going to get a lot of different types of items. And it will fill up quick. Decent amount of tainted metal here. Shit. That's not what we wanted to do. Ah, shit. That's why I don't like fucking with these things. Usually I'll try to just take the ones I woke up and I'll wind up shooting the others. Two more to move as well. Ah, we opened up another... God damn it. So anyway, I just started blasting. I'll wind up shooting the others. God damn it. I don't want to. Got one more to go. I'll wait till he gets away from these things. There you go. Alright, let's not wake up any more of those. Get all these? No, we didn't. So maybe we got these. And we get an S-class blaze javelin module. We don't need that. We'll be selling that off. Ones that are on the ground are always temperamental. Very easy to miss. Definitely need to get this back up. Should be data logs. I haven't seen any yet. Plus it's right underneath. Partial Calgary manifest follows. Neutron microscope times 771. Redacted unit times 10. Heat capacitor times 976. And genetic material archive pods 80. And you don't get a whole heck of a lot of nanites, but all the ones that are usually scattered amongst the fray, you'll probably walk out with a couple hundred. I really don't want to deal with this, but I'm going to do it because I want to get these lobs. Sweet, we got them all. Ah, shit, we woke up the other one. Fuck it, let's just do it. You definitely don't want to get them all on your ass, because they will tank your health real quick. I gotta back out of this room. Run! So when this happens, just wait till they come to the door. Let your health get back up. We are overrun right now. We get 18 of the suckers. They climb along the walls, the ceilings. They kind of overwhelm you real quick. I just didn't want to take a chance popping another one while we had that many going after us. There we go. Room is secure. Let's not fucking wake up any more of this. That was ridiculous. No, I'm just gonna wait till he's done. Alright, I'm pretty sure we got everything over here. All to get. What do we got? 29 tinted metal and some dirt. Yeah, that was worth it. And we all know how many inventory slots I have, and we've already filled up. Let's say probably like 13 inventory slots already. Yeah, like I said at the start of this, you're gonna want to have your inventory pretty much be pretty open. It will fill up quick if not. Addendum. Captain's personnel increasingly fraternizes outside of their specialization. Unusual behavior for their class. Ah, so they were getting their noodles soaked. That's why everybody died. What an asshole. I don't think we have any more. I don't think we got this one. More tainted metal. There's a door over there. We got everything else though. Alright, moving on. Oh, goody. Just in case we need to back out again. So you're looking for these little console things. These are your main priority. Again, the containers and stuff are going to have items that you want to get. There's containers over here. With you. Ricketts terminal access. Private cargo access codes encrypted. Access crew manifest. Crew status as of the last shipwide bioscan 13 days ago. Captain Iliberas, duty officer, ranking biologist, EQ, acting lieutenant, Ulikinona, security office, EULA. Crew specialist times 110, crew general hands times 70. Update bioscan. Scanning ship for biological traces. All crew dead. No detected biological trace matches crew records. Retrieving last known crew positions. Ilrus is in redacted area. Echo engineering bay 4 days ago. Acting lieutenant. Locker 29. Oh, they stuffed him in a locker. What a poor bastard. Security office. EULA airlock 19. 1 day ago. Alright, and there's our first item. I think we got all the containers. It's just a matter of seeing what's down here. Just about halfway there. We got 5 out of 11 rounds. Oh, this thing is overloaded. piss him off. Accessed for entity triggers, cargo loading, date stamp, auto transcribing audio. Another cargo alert. And it just keeps coming. It won't stop. I've made the wrong decision. Recording ends. Yeah, I'll say. Doesn't look like anything that we can get into over there. Is that a hatch? Yeah, so we're gonna wanna probably go that way. In due time. First up, we need to go hit up this terminal. I usually save that for last. To get all the containers first. Don't see anything over there except that capsule. I'm not worried about that. Thought I had a sneeze coming on. Oh, Jesus, don't you dare open that up. This will probably just lead to like a... Yep, locker room. Oh, we got some catnip. And hazard protection needs some TLC. Two should be enough for right now. Alright, so this should be the captain's log right here. Do not move while the nest is stirring. Yeah, I follow instructions so well. Private mainframe. Access denied. Captain's DNA required to access personal log. We have his clearance. We picked that up. We always say he's deceased. I would assume that's the case. Duty officer may take command. Blah, blah, blah. There you go. Credentials accepted. Welcome, Acting Lieutenant Yukiyama. Log will recruit you as temporary commander. We told the Viking of our purpose. Our synthetic life must be protected. This they know. They let us pass. We've arrived at the origin point. Biological entities swarm this world. Many emit holograms from their augmentations. Towers fill the skies. Why do the sentinels allow this? We have performed our dissections. A heart is required for the holograms to live on. Part of the brainstem also. These things will be extracted. With this we can work. Yeah, how'd that work out for you? Now, the last thing to do is to get down to the engineering bay. I don't care to read all this. Parasite susceptibility, average. Computational ability, very high. Uniqueness of appearance, high. You must be. Archive for later test. Alright, so now we know we need to get over to the ladder over here. I don't dare run just in case there's another one of them. Now I know they'll follow you through the doorways to the rooms. I don't think they'll follow you down the ladders if you were to upset the hive here. Don't quote me on that. This room looks unoccupied. That's a plus. Oh, we got another ladder. Yeah, there's no horrors in here, thank God. Would you move out of the way? Thank you. And a salvage frigate module. And a rare item. Fuck yeah, we're getting all sorts of good stuff here. 2,480 years old. Likely fetch maybe a million, million and a half. 1.2. Alright. What do we have down yonder? It's just a lodging. Alright, so probably climb this ladder and then one bare bones room and then probably the engineering room. If I was to guess. Just about done. Unless I missed a doorway, I don't recall. I do try to be thorough. Ah, Jesus. Alright, it's a small room. We should be in and out of here real quick. Let's try this. That didn't work out the way I hoped it would. Just as long as I don't wake up the other one. Come on. No, 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 no. Where are you, little bastard? There we go. And then if you come across these things, you can shoot them or you can interact with them. They'll give you living slime. All that for some dirt. Fucking sweet. Monitoring and maintenance logs accessed. Event record follows. Curfew breach and anomaly containment hold. Outcome. Bridge alerted. Narc. Unauthorized engineer requesting pneumatic control. Outcome. Watch officer alerted. Nanite cloud and stasis unit 6. Outcome. Pressure compartment vented into space. I'll grab these since they're here. Intruder alarm and research unit. Outcome. Alert deprioritized. Camera offline in security office. Outcome. Alert silenced by AI core. Uncontainable test subject outbreak in stasis unit 9. Pressure compartment vented into space. So long as we don't wake up the fucking hive. Your way to this room, and there'll be a teleporter. You don't have to go all the way back through all this. teleporter will bring you right back to the entrance. Maintenance crew found unusual seeds in the cargo bay, performed allergen analysis. Observation. Temporal disturbance recorded. Sample to be analyzed in non-hyperspace sensitive facility. And we gather up these containers. Sure that was all of them. Oh, it's more over here. We might have another log or two. Oh, we got a logger.
Life support power low.
Oh, that was unexpected.
Technology recharge.
Partial crew equipment record follows. Entity Yavorodi. Specialism supply logistics. Personal locker contains thermal paste, mining rig, face mask, and collection of audio recordings. Last accessed 5 days ago. Detailed scan reveals the locker also contains one detached limb. Ah, that sounds unsettling. Yeah, that might have been the disattached limb. It was his third arm. Alright, let's wrap this puppy up and be on our way. So you have an option for 3 different things. You can get nanites, which I never take because I have no idea exactly how many you're going to get, but I would assume it's not worth it. You could get a technology upgrade, but if you get a freighter, you can grab a bulkhead to get yourself some more inventory space, so I usually go with that. Probably the more worthwhile item. But yeah. There you go, that's pretty run-of-the-mill derelict freighter for you. And here we are back at the entrance. Now we can move freely about. I assume from any portion of that to here, you can pop on inside to your exosuit like we did. Open this bad boy up. Put that back in your exosuit, and then you'll find that you did not waste the emergency scanner. It'll say that it's active. Once you fly away, it should go right back into where you pulled it from. And now from here, we want to go to the space station. Nope, that brings us back to the derelict freighter. And it will prompt you normally on the bottom right portion of your screen. Tell you that you need to go back to the space station to sell the captain's log and the other artifacts that you picked up. But it will tell you that you can go to the guild envoy or the scrap merchant. Oh, hell no. Here we go, we can see the icons right there. And as I said, I believe if you go to the guild envoy, he's going to give you regular old units, but if you sell these things off to the scrap dealer, he's going to give you tainted metal, which you can use to purchase some of his wares. I think it's probably in your best interest just to go through him. How do you do? We see all traveler entity. We know their fates, but such a manifest has value. Do you wish to exchange? We will offer tainted metal. And let's see, I think 200 for one item. Another one he'll give you probably 500, I think. Pretty sure it's going to be the same amount each and every time. We got 200 and we got 300, so 500 total. Plus mixed up with all the stuff that you get from the little containers, suitcases, and cargo pods. But as you can see, we started with just these amount of items. All this was open inventory space, so you're gonna want to have at least 15 slots available for all the stuff that you're gonna wind up picking up. Just be warned, most of the shit we are gonna sell. This I'm just gonna scrap. Again, you could throw this into your personal refiner, turn it into runaway mold, and then process it again for some nanites. The items are going to vary as to what you get through those, but with like these larval cores, again, they go right to your refiner. They're going to give you 500 nanites for a full stack. Same with these bad boys. Same amount. Oh, 300 because we only had 6. So yeah, 50 apiece. We've compiled quite the stack of those items in our storage containers, so there's no need to hang on to them. Stone crystals will fetch you a hefty penny. Like you can see right here, we're going to get just under $1 million, depending on what we get for a profit. Boost or decrease will depend on the station that you're at. Most of the stuff we're going to wind up selling. This I can move, because go through that very easily. Don't need that. And that I'm going to send to the freighter because we get stacks going. The trade items, I tend to like to get a whole bunch before I go and sell them. You can kind of boost your profits off of them. Plus, the more you sell in a location, the less you're going to get, the more you turn around and sell other stacks. That's going into storage. We're just going to sell. Another thing I find that's easier is anything that you do tend to want to sell at the merchant terminals. For me, being that we have so much inventory space, I find it's just easier to throw it in your stash ship. I'll showcase as to why in a second. Let me turn around and go sell this stuff. The rest of that's gonna stay. That's everything, right? But if it's in your exosuit, suit, you're gonna have to go through a whole bunch of pages of items. Usually it's buried down around here, but if you throw it into your stash ship, more times than not, it's right at the front. And items like this, you could hold off, go to a different system, economy. You might get a better yield for your effort, but it's dirt. It's not really worth that much, so I don't really care. This one we'll hang on to. I'll find a better deal for it. Casings, the effigies, and the Gek relics. Early on, they're clutch because they're going to help increase your reputation with the varying tribes, but we're well in. We don't have to worry about that. So the Vikings and the Korvax, I don't tend to screw around with, but the Geks, I'll go there to raid freighters and stuff because I don't really care how my reputation is with them. But when we last checked, yeah, we're at 210 with the Korvax. We're at 178 with the Viking. Anything over 100, it's just going to stay the same. But with the GEC, we had negative 203. Now, the way that that affects you is the rates that you're going to get with the merchants inside systems. Once you're 100 or above, you're going to get the best deals. You'll get discounts and stuff on anything in those, I believe, but more importantly, you'll get discounts with the upgrade module vendors, such as this lovely gentleman right here. See, we get a 50% discount because they like us so much. So if I was to go and purchase things through the GEX, we have what is referred to as a passport that you can get from Outlaw Star Systems, doing missions with them. This lovely doohickey right here, your forged passport. So if we were to do that, go to a GEX system, we'd go talk to this lovely chucklehead right here, feed him the passport, that would bring us back to 0. So if the time comes that I need that, I have it on the ready. Next up, did we go to the guild? We did not. So let's go get some freebies from him. There you go. Oh, we already did swing by. Okay. Here's my foggy recollection showing itself off for all the world to see. And I think that's all we need to do here in this system. As we found out, the Disney planet was a disappointment. There was no ship for us to find. Which was the whole reason. Oh, that's a cool looking freighter. I do like the color schemes of this freighter. Sure, we'll talk to you, but you're probably going to be a C-class. I guarantee it. Hey, what do you know? It's a C-class. We don't need your help. Speaking of which, probably ought to go check in with our freighter. So I think our expeditions are back. But let's get to the next dissonance system and establish a foothold there. I guess we can look around this area. But I am also trying to get to the galactic core. So, screw that. Let's work our way further along. Dissonant, dissonant. If rapper dissonant. Doop-a-doop, piece of shit. That rhymes with dissonant. There you go, we found a winner. And a freighter battle. Good deal. Alright, so we might want to try to improve our proton cannon, but thus far, much better than the Infernet was working out for us. Where'd you go, you child? power up the weapons too, that might be helpful. Close to the freedom. Is that the last one? Hey! Short work of that. That was awesome. Fighting interloper by a keen warrior. Blah blah blah. Request for reward. Say no more, good sir. Say no more.
Navigational data received.
We'll have our six. What the hell's going on out there now? And we have a B class. That would mean it'd be for somebody else, because we ain't buying it. I killed all the pirates, I swear. Y'all are on your own now. As I want to usually do, I like to take a look around, see if there's any freebies we can pick up. The large refiner, that'll be empty. Sometimes they'll have the atmospheric devices. You can usually get some gas off of it, maybe chromatic metal. Case in point. Ah! Fucking empty. Alright, well, we ain't hanging around waiting for it. We got plenty on our own for it. So our business here has concluded. Let's get on outside. Let's see what the fuck all the commotion is. Now, if this were a Gek system, I would get out here, turn right around, and blow this thing to smithereens, but as we just mentioned, we're pretty tight with the Viking, so... Nothing. Alrighty then. Let's pop on into the space station. Hopefully not get warped into, that would suck. Ah, this bay is damn full. Usually when I pull in, there ain't no ships. Of course, none of them are. Well, actually, that one's kind of unique looking. And it's a C-class. I am gonna buy your lovely ride. Because another thing we should probably do before we go get more ships is clear out space. Buy and add to collection. I think that just put us at 12. But yeah, I'm gonna break that down for the hull. Well, when or if we ever do decide to make a custom ship, we can do that. And salvage cockpit. Yeah, we already got those wings, and I don't really care for the engines. Cockpit it is. Ta-da! Alright. A solar ship? It is. Unfortunately, you can't break those down for parts. At least not yet. Maybe in a future update. Keeping that. Keeping the Franken beans. Keeping the Batwing. Keeping Grunzel Stillskin. Keeping you. This is the one that Jamie pointed us to in the future. So hang on to that for the time being. That one's getting junked. What do we win? 26 million units. And it's also possible, I think it's the A's and up, the A and the S class, that when you break them down, you get a storage augment as well. Right, which one's that? The next one I want to sell. Fuck yeah. Convenient. $42 million units. And I believe that is the final one that we want to sell off. Yep, that's the one with the Colonel Mustard wings. Which we featured on the previous installment. And that's going to get us just about 30,000. So pretty much we just scored about 100 million units. All efforts. And first, before we take off, we break out the old Franken beans. We've been storing all the scrap in there for a rainy day fund. And I want to keep the spool and nano cables on us because it's been coming in for the autophage missions, some of them. Actually, not the missions, but if you're trying to get your reputation up. Actually, I think we got it maxed out, so we really don't need to carry these anymore. But some of them will ask you for a spool of nano cables, and in return, it's kind of like giving the Vikings the Viking effigy, the Gak relics. You'll boost up one more slot in your reputation with them. Like I said, we're maxed out, so I don't need to carry those no more. Just throw those into the starship. And what do we got? Blaze Javelin we're selling. All those are selling, so we'll get up there and get rid of these. Hello, sir. Do. Go. Did we go to the guild? Again, my memory is absolute shit. I can't remember if we did or not. I don't think we made it that far. Nope, we did not. And that's a shame, because I could have got these and just sold them. We'll start the collection back up, that's fine. Torn. Yeah, we'll stick with Agent Venom. I do like the Franken beans. It's clutch for quite some time for us here on the channel. course, we get this big bulbous ring blocking our view. Let's get on the opposite side of this. No. That's not the planet we're looking for. Ta-da! Flourishing planet. We'll do like we've been doing. We'll hit up the harmonic camp. Probably drop a communication station down for you. Work our way to the crash sentinel ship, so long as there is one here.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Where are we going? It's probably gonna be a ways off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I've really incurred any that are near, like, the water-based portions of the planets, if they have them. So I was not expecting it to be close by. Alright, this looks like a good spot. Not the right button, thank you. And for all you Star Trek fans out there, there's your message. Since these are nearby, we might as well grab them up. No, we don't need those. Doop-a-doo, how do you do? Don't walk away from me. Alright, salvage constructing and shell turns towards me. So, as I was saying on the spaceship, you could present him a GIF of nano cables. Again, this is going to increase your standing with the autophage. And collect 4 radiant shards. Of which we have quite a few stacks just for this purpose, as well as you can put them in your refiner to get nanites. But right now we're farming void mold. Jesus, y'all want the radiant shards today. Okay. Do be sure to give it a second to proc. Wait till he gets the icon back above his head, otherwise you'll go in and accidentally abandon the mission, like we did earlier. And there's usually 3. I don't think we talked to you, nope. He wants us to repair a lost autophage. So much like most of your repair missions, this will send you off to a specified location, and you have to give it 3 separate items, then interact with it, give it some atlantium, and then it'll send you right back to him. But I'm trying to avoid having to go back and forth, so if it's like the previous 2 missions where it's an item that I have on me, I'll pretty much do them. These ones I'll ignore, with the exception that sometimes like he had us want to repair a autophage. Sometimes a couple of them he'll have you do the same mission, then it's kind of worthwhile because you really only have to go out and repair one autophage, come back, and you'll be able to reclaim the mission from anybody that gave it to you. But that only works at one individual location. So if we were to go to like a crashed freighter or any other site where these guys appear, and another guy wanted me to do it, I would have to do a separate mission. And then come back here and go back there. So in those situations, it's worthwhile to do it. One thing I can't say for a certainty is there's another mission where they want you to go and kill 9 sentinels. I have yet to get multiples to proc me that mission, so I don't know if it works the same way. Except for the echolocator we just used. Again, do make sure to hit up all these wheelbarrows, because they do have the chance to give you, as we just saw, an exosuit augment. You also get multi-tool and starship ones. Sometimes you get nanites, sometimes you get void motes, sometimes you get tainted metal. Here we go, we got a storage augment. Some tainted metal. And viscous fluids. Alright, so we can't all be winners. We're going to delete this. Keep the rest of that. Alright, so we probably don't need to right away, but probably want to get another stack of these going on and probably farm a little bit of radiant shards, but we're good for the time being. So next order of business, we don't need the multi-tool. So we already got an S-class, but I suppose we could take a look and see what they're going to have offered to you. First and foremost, we've got 4, 10, and 15. The moment of truth. Are we gonna get a good ship, or are we just gonna get some more scrap? Now, there are other ways that you can lead yourself to the ship. I find the echolocator is probably the easiest. Well, not the easiest, but the most worthwhile, because, like I said, those wheelbarrows often will produce storage augmentations. If you get the autophage quest going on, you can usually farm it for some void motes. If you're early on and you don't have a beefed up multi-tool, you can always get one there. But the other method that you can do is after fighting 5 waves of sentinel ships out in space and defeating their freighter, you're going to get this item here. This will lead you directly to a crashed sentinel ship. Whether you're in the vicinity of it or not, if you're outside the system, it'll lead you to the nearest one. The third way to do it is to come to a distant planet and take out 5 waves of ground level sentinels. That would be the hardest way to go about it. Yeah, A-class is still worthwhile. And we found another tanky looking one. For a yellow, I don't really mind the color of this one. It's kind of cool looking. But it's got the pointy things that Jamie don't particularly care for. Let's see what we won. An A class. Alrighty, that's a good one off the rip. And we'll know much better once we get this up in the sky and get a full look at it. And we got multiple thrusters. It's always a plus. For some reason I feel like this is going to look goofy when it expands. We'll know soon enough. Next order of business. That's the wrong looking. Figure if they're nearby, we'll go after him. Alright, nope, I want my ship. That ain't gonna get me nowhere. Next up, we need to activate you. And I'll drop down a communication station when we get back. As well as get you all the portal address. Oh, we need to grab that too when we get back. Where are we heading? Slowly. What's sad is usually the monolith is not too far away from where you find the ship. It's just sometimes getting there from the harmonic camp is a bit of a distance. And I don't think we're going to have an Atlantic weapon, but we'll know better in 2 seconds when we get closer. Doesn't look like we're getting proc for it. Usually, the ground over here will light up pink and the thing will pop out of the ground, but not today. Oh, we salute you. Let me just go through this. Northern dialogue, get a harmonic brain. Take a quick look around for radiant shads. If there's anything nearby. We'll scan these into our database. I knew I heard one. Are you like in the fucking... He is. That seems uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright, moving on. Oh, how far away is that? That's distance. We might be able to get it from up on the hill. And let's test the distance of our blaze travel in here. And we got contact. Oh, don't you dare. There you go. And another echolocator. Mm-hmm. If there was more than one, I'd probably land again, but that just doesn't seem worth it to me. Again, as I've suggested, I'll do so again. If you're at a distant planet, you're early on in your run, you want to farm the dissonant resonators, I usually suggest hovering over the ground here. Go relatively slow, but usually look out for big clusters of the radiant shards, usually not too far away. What I'll usually do is if I see a couple grouped together, I'll just land in the middle. That way I can snipe them off. More times than not, you're going to get inverted mirrors. If you can gobble yourself up quite a few echolocators, it'll make your ventures into fighting sentinel ships a heck of a lot easier. There was another one over here. I saw it when I took off. Radiant shards are a lot easier to farm because you find them pretty much everywhere. The resonators, there it is. With a few and far between. I just find it's a lot easier to get in your starship to go hunting these down. Usually I'll just pick them off with a blaze javelin as soon as it explodes, switch into my cloaking device. And there you go, no fuss, no muss. And 10 inverted mirror, there's a find. Sometimes you'll find it with these perks. You can't bank on that, though. More times than not, it's either going to be scrap metal or it's going to be pugnium. Pungium. Alright, so next order of business. We need to get this thing airborne to see what it looks like. And you got 2 supercharged slots, pretty relatively close. Third one over here. You'll get one more when you upgrade it to an S-Class, unless you're lucky enough to find this in an S-Class version. I can't say for sure that there isn't one on this planet. But I would venture to guess you're either going to get the other supercharged slot over here, but possibly over here, when you do. Next up, claim ship. It's not a bad ride. Expected it to look a lot goofier than it wound up doing. But I'm not going to keep it. Again, let's get it landed. Yeah, so this is one of the rare ones where it looks goofier on the ground than it does in the sky. Alright, so for damage potential, it starts out pretty damn good. You got 381. Nothing phenomenal, but I mean, it's better than most that we've come across. Maneuverability and hyperdrive range, they're pretty average, same with the shield strength. This one comes with a cargo scan deflector right off the rip. Same with the rocket launcher. So not bad for stock. Let's get these radiant shards. We'll get down to where it's pretty much going to be for you. I'll set up a communication station. And we'll get you all the portal address. Yeah, it's a radiant shard. The other one, I think, is living crystal. Yeah, let's get a thing attached to it. Kind of very visually appeasing planet, to say the least. It's got the rave effects going on here. Maybe you might want to set up a base here as well. Who's to say? There you go. And for this one, we are going to call it the Fargan A-Class. There you go. Alrighty. So that'll guide you directly to the ship if you want to avoid the harmonic camp. But it's 50-50 shot because they're both going to have the same logo for you. Back to here, we add you to the wonders. And A-Class. There you go. And 4, portal address. This is where you're probably going to want to take a screenshot if you're on your phone, zoom in, but we'll describe it to you as best we can. First up, looks like the squashed bug. That's the best I can do to describe it off the top of my head. It's got like 2 lines coming out the top with 2 little dots underneath it and a body. Make of that what you will. Followed by the moon over the waves, moon over the horizon, followed by the teepee, followed by what I believe is the fish, followed by the Triforce, followed by the rocket, followed by the hot air balloon, which is also followed by the rocket, followed by another teepee, followed by the Loch Ness Monster, followed by the moon over the waves, and finally the Triforce. I'll leave that up for another second, just in case you want to do the screenshot thing. It might be easier. But there you go. Get your portal address. And keep in mind, it's not the prettiest looking thing, but as we just saw, it is a Fargan A-Class. So even if you just want to scrap it, I believe it was worth just about 56 million units, give or take. There you go. That's going to do it for this planet. One thing we could do before we take off, 2 out of 10, how many are underground? Yeah, there's 1 active in the south. Yeah, we're not going to bother. Alright, moving on. Let's see. I do believe I need to head back to my freighter. So I think what we're probably going to do, we're going to head back to the space station. I'm going to bid y'all adieu for a little bit, because we are due for a break. And that'll allow me to go to the freighter, do all the non-sequential shit, spare y'all the tedious boredom, me going through that whole process. Probably going to check in with the settlement, the old Chateau d'Epstein. Go freshen up my coffee, go feed my lungs some nicotine, and then we'll probably come back for a little bit. Do some more sentinel ship hunting. There's really nothing else left for us to do while we run down the clock waiting for our living ship. That won't be done until tomorrow, so be sure it's just going to be sentinel ship hunting. Other points of interest to pick up, I noticed there was an article for all y'all that joined us for the Long Dark content. We're going to be getting some new stuff coming around mid-June. Did we already check in with you? Yes, we did. They're going to be adding the final new region. I believe there's going to be a new mode added. So for those that dislike the game because of its permadeath, they are now adding the ability that you can die 4 times in a run. But they're also adding an increased difficulty for those of us that are interloper inclined. Not to be confused with the interlopers in this game. But yeah, so we got some Long Dark content to look forward to in about a month. We also have Everspace 2, which I think I've been putting it off because I want to do it once we get the living ship thing done. That way I feel like I've completed pretty much everything we can do in this game. There will be more content to come with this game, even when we do start playing Everspace 2. But need a little bit of variety, so I kind of want to jump into that. I expect that'll probably be in the next 2 days we'll start going on that one. But for now, sentinel ship hunting, farming, all that jazz is what's on the docket. But not currently. Now we are going to take a break. So, for those in attendance, for those that have come and gone, and for those that will make it to the sound of my voice in the future, thank you all for watching. As always, we appreciate your viewership and support of the channel. And hopefully, we'll catch you all on the next one. And one other thing we can do when we come back is check out Jamie's find. He gave us the portal address. I'm going to write that down before I take off. So I guess we can do that too. But that's going to do it for this one. So, this is Slammy signing off. Until next time, which will likely be in about a half an hour, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I'm rambling. Alright, peace, y'all.